page one, panel one, talk about what you needed to accomplish on this in setting up your story, creating the page turn urgency, and also how you basically choreographed this page. Can you just talk about what you've done here?
Yeah, page one of the first issue is just, it's a lot of pressure, right? Because you not only want to set up something that's intriguing enough to get people to keep reading, but you also are establishing main characters, or at least a main character. You want to have enough here to sink your teeth into, but if you get too complex, it's a turnoff, right? So you want to have enough substance without cramming in too much. You don't want to have, there are always exceptions to the rules, but I think you want to have a little bit of breathing space as well and not overwhelm the reader when they look at that first page.
So as you've written this first page, was this first scene one of the things that was echoing in your head as a scene? I know that as Mike and I do a lot of writing together, and sometimes we'll write to a scene that we want to get to, or there's a scene that really resonates. This one seems like it was something that was not just to build the story, but it seems like something that was part of what was your framing for what you wanted to accomplish.
Oh, good. I'm glad it seems that way, because that's true. Actually, I have a little ravine behind my house, and I find it kind of intimidating. And I say that as someone who's lived in New York City and lived in LA, and I always lived in apartments or condos, or, and so to live in a house with a ravine in the back is in itself just a little bit weird for me. But then, like, occasionally deer step out of the ravine, and I'm sitting writing or watching TV, and I just see, like, out of the corner of my eye, I see movement. And so I look out the window, and there's this, giant deer standing there. And that's really creepy to me. As lovely as I think deer are, it's creepy. And so one day I thought I saw movement, and I looked out, and there was no deer, but I just imagined this, like, girl walking out with blood. And that's essentially that girl.
Ooh, she's good at this thing, huh, Mike?
Yes, I see that. That would freak me out.
Yeah, I got the little chill. That's the second time you gave me a chill in this.
Those blinds would be closed constantly.
Yeah, I'd move out. Right. All right, so you do this setup, and your artist is giving you the rough here. How much feedback are you giving before you go into the next stage of finished art?
Yeah, she really nailed it here, at least as I was envisioning it. She nailed it. And I say that, but I don't want it to seem like the artist has to do everything exactly as I describe it, because that makes me sound like a control freak, for one. But also because the artist knows best sometimes. Even if you sat down, you wrote this, you made up these characters, you have the scene in your head, but sometimes you get the layout or the pencil, the inks, or not the inks, but before that, usually you'll get it, and it looks just totally different. The panel looks different than what you described. And I admit there are times where I'm like, oh, wait a second, this isn't how I saw this. Like, do I like this? But the point is that the artist got the emotion across, got what needed to happen across, and oftentimes better than what you envision as the writer. And so that's when it's kind of magical. It's when your artist makes it better